Okay, members and friends, this one I'm going to call, What Does the Social Worker Know? 26 years old, never had no kids. Think she can come in and say, I'm not entitled to have my grandson because she can't communicate with me very well. Anyway, these boxes of apples cost me $7. This one was $3. I just got this one today. So these ones are a little fresher. I got these ones last week. I've been kind of busy. So it's apple pie and some applesauce and some apple strudel or something, but hold on a minute. And then I've been making banana cake. I've already made something like 12. I've been freezing some, so this is another 2, 3, so how does this work? I can do another 12 more, 10 to 12 more cakes, and then I'll freeze probably about 6 of them. And then we've got these tomatoes in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $5 in tomatoes, and I've already dehydrated a bunch. So, you know, $5 for tomatoes, and I've done $5 of tomatoes. Got a full jar of dehydrated tomatoes, but I'm kind of stockpiling on food right now because, you know, no money in the house these days. And this here, I don't know. This is a turmeric, fresh. I've never seen it before. Turmeric's good for cutting cancer, you know, to help cut back on cancer risk, and it's good for inflammation. So I'm gonna clean these up and dehydrate these, and you can make curry with it and whatnot. So we're gonna experiment with this. It's something my dad can use, and it helps to cut down on inflammation and pain. So probably something I can use. So I'm gonna dehydrate these along with those. And these bananas were like $1.49.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to finish these up today, and then we're going to start the apple pie. So, but I'm talking about what does the social worker know about in terms of feeding a family and you know, running a household.
Nothing.
You know,
Nothing.
criticizing me, right?
Everything.
When all I ever really do is work really hard for my family, and you know, they've never gone without food, never gone without milk, never gone without hydro, never gone without roof over their head, you know, just mother stuff, right? So anyway, we'll be back. Okay, members and friends, I don't know what it is with these freaking social workers sitting up there saying I'm the problem. You know, talking to my daughter last week, she went and seen them. She said, you know, Andre needs to come home. It's been 5 months, right? He just needs to come home. Going on 6. And they're still arguing with her, trying to say they're working with her. I don't know. She went off to rehab one day late, and they sent her away. And now she's back on some waiting list. Anyway, these tomatoes here, costed me, $6? So that's all right. This is turmeric. And I gave a handful away today. And the rest here, I gotta, turns your hands all yellow. But clean up those ones. These ones are half done. And then, of course, my 6 bananas that I had left, I had 1, 2, 3, that's 6 cakes. And then in the oven, I got a whole bunch of muffins cooking. Those are just banana muffins. Just hold on. Okay, so that garlic there, that's how much is in with the tomatoes. I put that much garlic. And I cooked it in a cast iron pan, which is in my oven right now. Pot. Because what happens is the tomatoes, you know, absorb the iron from the pan or from the pot. So you get extra iron in your diet. But I just wanted to point that out, that that's how much garlic is in that little bowl right there. And you can't even really taste it. And there's the muffins, they're done. And in a perfect world of a social worker, you know, none of this matters, right? Obviously there's still something wrong with me, right? Hold on. Okay, I think I made a mistake. I think it was just 1, not 2. There's a lot of garlic to be putting in a small pot, right? But definitely one whole one. So, you know, I've been a parent now for, including the pregnancy, 30 years, right? My oldest is 29, going on 30. And you know, I don't get with this 26-year-old individual that couldn't make 25 pies in a day. I can. I've done it, and I've done it more than once, and I've froze them. And you know, like these cakes, I've actually been making cakes now for, this is my 4th time making cake like that. I've got some in the freezer and they've been eating some. Those ones are going in the freezer. They'll get maybe 2, and then the rest will be just kind of divvied out because it's too expensive to buy already made. And it's getting worse. The economy is getting worse. Inflation, just the whole 9 yards. So I don't know what it's like for middle class people, but I know for us lower class, you know, it's pretty rough. And with you know, the wrongful apprehension of my grandson, and you know, the illegal eviction of my daughter, and then my dad's wife went into a care facility. This house is just kind of teetering financially right now because you know, 6 months is 6 months. So I'm looking to, hold on a minute. So my son just came in. Yesterday he got into a accident with his skateboard going down a hill or something. It's pretty bad. He's got it there, he's got it there, he's got it down there, he's got it, let me see your hand. Where's your hand? He's got it on his hand. Yeah, he's got it on the back of his arm in there. He's got it everywhere. That's what happens when you're scooting down the road with a skateboard. Okay, so the point of this video is, one, you know, I'm not giving up on my grandson. And 2, you know, we don't have a justice system in Canada when shit like this happens. You know, if it's a crime to make banana cake and make patio decks and plant gardens and, you know, live in garages, you know, in terms of square footage, and have to deal with, you know, a large family and, you know, a non-profit. It's not just a large family, it's also a non-profit, right? And, you know, I used to sew, so I have a little stuff around for that as well. And people like 26 years old that have absolutely zero life skills, you know, other than what they learned from a book, you know, and what somebody told them, you know, can come in and dictate how you should be living your life, and, you know, categorize you into, you know, some corrupt individual that, you know, doesn't have any rights, and they just think they can abuse you and, you know, just do whatever they do, right? Like, it's not right. It's not right. And you know, I live a normal life. I'm overworked, obviously, right? But I'm not a quitter. I haven't backed down from my family. I haven't ran away from my family. I buy books instead of bottles in terms of like beer bottle. I don't drink, you know, I'm not spending my money on booze. I spend my money on books if I have extra money, and even then it's 30% off, and you know, for 5 books I spend $10-15 and I get 5 books, right? So, you know, I don't see how that's a crime. I have lots of kids, so when I die they get the books, right? They can spread it between themselves. That's the way I justify it. It's better for their eyes than the computer, and they get more knowledge through a book, right? It's easier to access, you know, when you're online you have to go through different pages, and it's hard to flip back. It's not like you can use a bookmark, right? When you're using an actual book, right? You know, it's like a little more simpler, right? You don't want to get, you know, lose touch with reality like these social workers. You know, some of them have lost touch with reality, like they're operating on a totally different freaking level, because what they done to this family and my grandson and my daughter is just not right. So I did some fish. I got some other little videos to clip in with this. I'm just kind of put them all together, just, you know, keeping with the format. I'm sorry, I'm not rolling over and, you know, just do as you please kind of thing. I'm still taking care of business. It's not as fast as I would like it to be, but, you know, I'm holding down the fort, and I'm not a bad person, and I want my grandson back. Okay, members and friends, back to saving a little bit of money here, right? When you're feeding your family, I still have a family. One's missing, but, you know, I still have a large family. Obviously getting stuff on sale here, right? And it's just pieces of fish. This is salmon. This is lots of halibut right here. And whether you use it for, you know, soup, which I'm going to try and use some of this stuff for soup, or whether you know, just saute it nicely in a frying pan. There's actually quite a bit of meat on here, considering the price of these. These ones here I didn't get on sale, but even still, that's full container for, that's like $4, right? And this one was $3, and the other ones were all on clearance, so I saved like $1.50 on each one here. So you know, when your family's under stress and you're spending all your money somewhere else, right, and you're looking for a little bit of saving with nutrition, I'm just rinsing it off and letting it, gonna kind of drip dry first before I vacuum seal it. And I also got some other pork and ground pork that was on sale as well, but I'm gonna be doing this. So this is not bad for like 20 bucks worth of fish, if that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 containers. So 20, yeah, well, $25 worth of fish here. That's gonna make a lot of soup. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 packs of fish bones for soup, or just saute it or whatever. And then we're doing that over there. So